Let's get it. Been thinking a lot about what's been happening to us as a people. There's an old saying that says every action has a reaction. And the reaction that's happening to us as a people is due to our inaction, laziness, miserliness, the list goes on. This is not going to be a video where I get down on the Muslim people. I'm only going to identify a few problems and then we're going to talk about solutions. Number one, we're doing arguments back and forth, Aqidah, fiqh, you name it. This, believe it or not, is due to a lack of knowledge, as well as arrogance, ego, maybe even a little touch of narcissism. You see, when Muslims argue these days, it's to be right, not to find out the truth from anybody else, but just to be right. Not only that, but be right in front of all of your followers. Here's a suggestion. Learn your deen and let the scholars do what the scholars do. You're not that guy. You're not a scholar. Stay in your lane. Number two, lack of love and compassion for one another. If we ever needed tasawwuf, we really need it right now. Some of us, our hearts are so harsh and closed to one another. I wonder where it comes from. Give people a break. Let them learn. Be compassionate. Imagine being upset with somebody that you advise and they don't follow your advice, so you label them and you name call them and you humiliate them and you belittle them. Imagine that type of Muslim. Number three, you've closed yourself off to knowledge that exists outside of Islam that would benefit the Muslim people, but you are closed-minded and closed-hearted to participate in what's going on in the world. This is the reason why we don't have a Muslim Cosby show, so to speak. We're not putting out a lot of movies about Islam or the history of Islam. We just don't do that. For example, one of the best series that I've ever watched is called the Omar Series. And yes, you guessed it, when it came out, Muslims had a fit. Oh my God, the likeness of Abu Bakr is being shown in this series. Oh my God, Omar is being showed, and so on and so forth. Their eyes aren't on the prize. They just want to be miserable. They want others to be miserable. When the movie, the series, is just the greatest series and tells the story, the amazing story of the beginning of Islam. And it's also received very good reviews from non-Muslims as well. And again, if something is helping other people, both Muslims and non-Muslims, just be quiet, man. Number four. Are we on number four? What's going on overseas? And by me saying what's going on overseas, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The reason we're having those problems is, go back to 1, 2, and 3 first. I don't understand why Muslims don't lift weights on a regular basis and exercise and do some sort of martial arts. If you're not in shape and you don't know how to defend yourself, then people like the blue and white people come along and they do what they do. You understand? But just imagine if every single Muslim man was fit and knew how to protect himself, the story would not be going the way it is going right now. Trust me. Yes, it's okay to defend yourself. It's a human right. Number 5, y'all are broke. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran that he prefers the strong believer over the weak believer. And just by this one verse alone, we can say, well, it says so much. Intellectually strong, spiritually strong, financially strong. Again, we don't put our money together to make shows or short films that would really be beneficial towards Islam. Instead of doing that, people like myself and other da'is, we have to make videos of relevance to the Muslims and to call people towards Islam. And to be quite honest with you, the pressure is getting a little bit too much. Filmmakers, producers, IT guys, come out. We have a lot of work to do. Network with each other, cooperate with each other. Number 6, racism, tribalism, nationalism. Without fail, every single time that I come out of Jummah, I see the Pakistanis with the Pakistanis, the Arabs with the Arabs, and the Africans with the Africans. Wouldn't it be great, instead of doing that, that every Muslim would come out of their shell, come out of their comfort, and speak to someone that you don't know outside of your racial or ethnic background? Wouldn't it be great just to ask somebody that you completely don't know at all to lunch after Jummah to get to know them? Wouldn't it be great to go to the next council meeting at the masjid and find out that it was multicultural, instead of all African, instead of all Pakistani or Desi? We need to stop paying lip service of, oh, you're a Muslim, you're my brother, and really, really act like it. At the end of the day, the biggest thing that I noticed with Muslims is that we need to learn how to speak to each other. We need to know that each one of us is different in our ethnic backgrounds, in our situations, and the conditions that we find ourselves in. Iman levels, knowledge levels, I swear, if you would just have a 10 to 15-minute conversation with somebody that you don't know, you would find out a lot about them. And let's just face it, when somebody is down and out and doesn't really know their religion or their iman is low, the only option literally is to help that person and not down that person or humiliate that person or ostracize them from the community. Now's not the time. You don't ever do that. Just try it. Wake up, have your coffee, go out into the world, and when you're in your car warming your car up, just say, I'm going to be kind to people today. I'm going to be open to people today. I'm going to be compassionate to my fellow man today. I guarantee you, you're going to have a really, really good day. As you're driving down the road, I want you to think, okay, this is my life. I have a very, very short life, and I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to work on me. I'm going to see what I can do about my life today. I'm going to create legacy. I'm going to be the best person that I can be. Can you lose from that? Honestly, is it going to affect you? Is it going to be a hard thing to be a nice person? It really, really feels good. And let's face it, goodness is contagious. When you're good to people, other people want to be good to other people. And you are the start of that. Barakallahu fikum. I got things to do today, including be the best man, the best husband, the best brother, the best community leader that I can be today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.